I mean, well, it's interesting that, he's here, he came to watch, and he's leaving right now, so obviously he came to watch me.
The morning after. Look! Listen, what a great event last night. Top Rank put on an excellent event, and I want to start by saying this. Xander Zayas, Puerto Rican Day weekend. Listen, brother, fantastic showing. I don't know what everybody else is going to say about you, brother, but Xander Zayas, to me, fantastic showing. Fantastic performance last night. He showed a lot of poise, tenacity, creativity, going after Teixeira. First time going 10. First time against a southpaw and a crafty veteran who's a hard puncher. This guy definitely know how to survive. And Teixeira busted up, beat him to the body, beat him to the head. He didn't get the knockout, but I just love the poise. I love the creativity. I love the athleticism. And I think he got even more wise last night after his fight against Teixeira. So shout out to Xander Zayas. I was extremely entertained last night. And you guys saw me calling the fight. I was having a ball. Now, here's the topic at hand. Shu Shu. Listen, before I talk about Shu Shu, Inoue showing up for Shu Shu's fight, look, that was terrifying, right? Because Inoue showed up and then walked away when it was over, letting Shu Shu know, I came all the way over from Japan just to look at you.
And he's leaving right now, so obviously he came to watch me.
All right, so that was crazy. But let's talk about Shu Shu real quick. Listen, I'm going to say this, and I'm going to have to explain it a little bit, but Shu Shu Carrington, perfect fighter. Perfect fighter. Shu Shu's a perfect fighter. Now, not the best fighter, not yet. I'm not saying he's the best fighter in the world. I'm saying perfect fighter. And this is what I mean. The guy can box. The guy can move. The guy is slick. The guy can take a good punch, give a good punch. The guy has tenacity, violence, charisma, showmanship, power, and this guy can fight you. He'll fight you. People thought he got sloppy, his last fight. No, he got that guy out of there.
Taking him on the outside, and here comes the counter. What a left hook!
And that's what you do when you're just that much better. Shu Shu last night had, he said he got hit a few times or whatever. That's what happens when you try to get a fighter out of there. Ask Terrence Crawford. But listen, man, it's not about just hitting and not getting hit. Sometimes you got to get somebody out of there. Ask Sugar Ray Robinson. That's why he's the best ever. He's the best ever at doing it. Not just a boxer, puncher, but a fighter at heart. Ask Tommy Hearns, right? These guys, ask Duran. These guys box you and fight you. You got to love guys like that. He has it. He's the perfect fighter. He has it all. He has it all. Now, will he be the best fighter? I don't know. And I'm going to tell you this. Though I think he's the perfect fighter right now, he ain't ready for no Inoue. And that's the black Tojogas. No cream. But the point is he's not ready. Okay? He says it himself. I mean, he's not talking about fighting Inoue next, but they're already just warming it up a little bit. Hold on. Let me sit back. Let me sit back on you. Good. But they're already getting you guys used to the idea. All right? Inoue will have to move up, and Shu Shu, he has to get more experience, right? Shu Shu, Inoue will bomb me. He'll bomb me right now. All right? Yeah, man, just too experienced, too well-rounded. All the things that Shu Shu will have to develop, Inoue has, right? Especially just more ring time. All right? And really, if anybody think that Shu Shu would beat Inoue right now, that's just diabolical. All right? That's just blasphemy. Okay, I mean, it's the same thing people were saying when they were excited about Berlanga, saying Berlanga would beat Canelo. I want Berlanga versus Canelo. I remember y'all. Stop playing. Okay, so right now, no. Okay, Shu Shu, no. But he has. Listen, he's not better than Cool Boy right now. All right, I mean bigger, but he'll probably beat Cool Boy from size and everything. But what I'm saying is, he's not better than Cool Boy right now. All right, but his potential is far higher than Cool Boy's. All right, in my opinion. I think Shu Shu, given some time, Inoue, once Inoue gets there to 125 and Shu Shu's there and they start hyping that fight, Shu Shu would be ready. And bro, that's going to be one hell of a fight because you got to convince Inoue. You saw what happened with Neri when Neri dropped Inoue. Inoue came up and just started bombing him. You got to convince Inoue and you got to convince Shu Shu. That fight would be a fight fans fight. Just a beautiful fight. You know, they have like the clash of styles where it's like, you know, a slugger versus a boxer or a slugger versus a slick fighter. Not this time. Inoue has it all right? But he's more of a, you would consider him more of a puncher. You would consider Shu Shu more of a slick fighter. But Inoue is more of a puncher who people don't realize is a very great boxer. And Shu Shu is more of a slick fighter where people don't realize he's more of a great fighter. So that's just beautiful. I like how Shu Shu looked at him, gave him his love, bowed at him, Inoue waved at him, and then walked right out to look, we saw each other. You know what the future is looking like. And then he just went on about his business. I've seen that many times in like boxing history where when Foreman knocked out Ken Norton and Ali was standing there talking junk to Foreman, like, you know, from the crowd. We just saw that with Benavidez and Canelo Alvarez, right? Canelo, I mean, it doesn't look like Canelo has any plans to fight Benavidez, but, you know, you just see that angle, right? With somebody in the crowd and they're looking down and they're seeing something and then they're checking them out. Sugar Ray Leonard, Marvelous Marvin Hagler, you know, just that shit. Inoue and Shu Shu, we know that that's going to be a big, and shout out to Top Rank for seeing what Shu Shu is and starting to put his personality out in the forefront. I think he's a perfect fighter. Now, let me end this morning after by saying this. I said it last night, but I didn't get everybody's response, and I can't wait to read your response in the comments. After seeing Adrien Broner get beat by Blair the Flair, like I said, Blair the Flair hit him with one punch, and it's like Broner stepped on the landmine. The guy got his tooth knocked out, elbow broke, and shoulder torn, all with one punch. All right, that's kamikaze. Bam, and it just everything. And I know it happened during the fall, but that's just all one punch. It's Blair who broke that shit up, no matter what. Even if the fall, he felt awkward in his torn, that Blair is the one who knocked him down. With that said, the question is that era over? And I feel like Spence kicked it off, but maybe Keith one time Thurman did. But that era, the Charlos, Deontay the Bronze Bomber Wilder, Errol the Truth Spence, Adrien Broner, is it done? And I know Spence is fighting Fundora. So, you know, we'll see. We'll really see when Spence fights Fundora. But my question is that era, Danny Swift Garcia, Keith one time Thurman, Porter has retired, right? And I know Terrence Crawford is of that era, but like I said last night, when I was talking about UFC and I saw, you know, Cowboy Cerrone, Showtime Pettis, Conor McGregor, Tyron Woodley, when I saw all those guys going out, but John Jones still seems to be able to fight on that level. That's Terrence Bud Crawford is John Jones, you know, Canelo Alvarez. But what I'm saying is, do you think that era's over? Let me know what y'all think in the comments below, because it's a sad thing a bit because those guys aren't that old. Well, Wilder, you know, he's old, but I'm just saying like Broner and Errol Spence, you know, you think you didn't see Danny Garcia, like a lot of those guys didn't get their fights. And Jamal Charlo, you know, Errol Spence fighting once every 2-3 damn years, man. You know, they're not busy enough for them to even have been able to, for you to see like a slow decline, or it's just like they can't get back. You know, it's just ring rust. It's just piling up. They're not getting any younger, taking some losses and stuff like that. Let me know what y'all think in the comments below. ShowBizz the Adult, is that era over? And what do you think about Shu Shu? I'm out.